Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue from the point that we have finished the last video. If you didn't watch the previous video, I will link to it underneath this video in the description box. In today's video, we're going to learn 5 new idioms. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. The first idiom that we have for today's episode is to jump on the bandwagon. Before explaining the meaning of this idiom, you need to be familiar with the word wagon. What does it mean to say a wagon? So, it's said in the past that a picture worth 1,000 words. Without killing too much time talking about the definition of the word, I'm going to show you an image of it. So, from the image here, you can see that a wagon is something that was used in the past. It was a vehicle that was used in the past by farmers to transform farm stuff from one place to another, like animals' food, like animals themselves, and like goods. And even farmers would use it to transform from one place to another. Now we're familiar with the word wagon. So what does it mean to say that someone jumps on the bandwagon? This means that someone follows a trend or something that is likely to be famous or successful. For instance, after doing something that is really surprising, everybody will jump on the bandwagon. The second idiom that we have for today's episode is to call it a day. This idiom means to finish doing something or to finish working on something. For instance, you have been working for a long period of time and you want to finish working for today. You can say, I've been working for 9 hours. Okay, let's call it a day. The third idiom is better late than never. And this idiom is really easy and explicit to guess the meaning of, and I bet you guessed its meaning properly. Yes, it means that doing something late is way better than never doing that thing. For instance, your boss is telling you, you're always the last person who comes to the meeting. You can tell him, okay sir, better late than never. And this is going to be the response of your boss. Bosses always mean business. The fourth idiom that we have for today's episode is to think outside the box. This idiom is really easy and it's really explicit as well. And this idiom also corresponds to the situation of being an astronaut. So, if you're an astronaut and you travel up there in the sky, you can see so many different things from the things that your peers can see. So, this idiom means to think creatively, to think in a way that your peers can think in. For example, if you want to bend out of your whole generation, you really need to think outside the box. The last idiom for today's episode is icing on the cake. The meaning of this idiom is a little subtle, but don't worry, I'm going to simplify everything for you. Imagine that you have a lot of good things in your life, and suddenly you have something that pops up, and that thing is also a good thing. So you can call that thing that popped up into your life, and it's also good, that you can call it the icing on the cake. So the cake, you have a lot of things, a lot of good things into your life, and you have something that pops up and it's also good. For instance, you can say, oh boy, today was a phenomenal day, and watching this video is the icing on the cake. Okay guys, that's all for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want me to talk about something that you love the most, don't forget to tell me in the comments down below underneath this video. And thank you again for watching today's episode. Peace.